It was a quality performance from our young people. Obviously, Northridge did what we did in busing from Los Angeles to here, and in their defense, that they looked a step behind like we did when we were playing in Southern California. So, but I don't want to take anything away from the execution that we had, because I thought we did a lot of things that were really sound and allowed us to build a lead and play from in front and get some young guys some experience.
Start with a question from Jeff.
Yeah, Coach, congratulations. First of all, can you give us a sense of how Grant and Mark and Matt are doing, and sort of what the timetable on their return might be?
I don't know, quite honestly. We had some hopes for Matt today, but he hasn't been able to practice, and so he turned an ankle on a play in the last game, and it really swelled up on him overnight. And so I think it's fair to probably consider him day to day. Grant obviously is going to be out a significant time, and that's a tough blow for a young man, and we're just thankful that he's still with us and on the mend.
And can you tell us kind of what happened with his situation? I know he had the emergency surgery Thursday. When did you find out about it, and what was he going through?
I think his surgery actually ended up occurring Friday morning early. I'm trying to think. I believe it was yesterday morning in the wee hours. But obviously you get a call in the middle of the night, I got to the hospital as quickly as I could. He had a great roommate. He had a great roommate who took care of him and got him. As a brother should do. He got him to the hospital, and so he had the emergency surgery. It went well, and we're just hopeful that he continues to heal and that we get him back at some point early next year.
Who was his roommate?
2K, Aquani.
And if I could follow that with something about the game, could you just talk about when you lose your your two most experienced guys anyway? Can you talk about the way the rest of the guys they came out very aggressively? They looked like they were playing with confidence. You guys moved the ball. You did a lot of really good little things, and then a lot of good big things happened because of that.
Well, our most experienced players on our team were still here. Ryan's old, and Mikhail's old, and they've played a lot of games, now the two most experienced guys at Cal weren't on the floor, but we had some experience out there. And so there was no panic. We played with an emphasis on making sure we made each other better, and we executed, and those two guys got us off to a great start. And then as you mentioned, it allowed us to just build from there. And there were a lot of good things in the game.
Question from Owen Kaminsky.
Hey, Coach. In your last two games, Mikhail Foreman has probably been the Bears' most impactful player. How great has it been having him on your team this year?
Well, I would, Paul, hey, have a happy birthday tomorrow.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And get back on defense. Mikhail has been he's been a joy to have in our program. He's got an unbelievable spirit that he brings every day. And, we got a lot of really important people on our team. But I tell you what, his spirit and his ability to lead and talk when he plays, it's been a really a great addition. And we're thankful that he chose to come. And obviously he's a terrific shooter, and he's still trying to get comfortable in a new system, but he really has played well, and played well today.
Thanks, Coach. And to follow up with today's game, we saw a lot of Jared Hyder and Joel Brown together on the floor. Going forward, is that going to continue to be the plan, especially when Bradley comes back?
I have no idea how like the rotation today, don't put zero stock in it. I looked out there, we had 3 point guards and 2 centers. Today was just patch it together and find a way to win. Jared got, a lot of minutes today, and he needed that. And we'll see how the rotation evolves, but it's great to have him. He's a really smart player, and I think, today will be a great place to start his building process.
Question from Jim McGill.
Coach, this is probably one of the most efficient games Cal fans have ever seen from the field, 61% and I think 53% from three. Is this largely a function of the team finally getting a chance to work together more without being forced to have a long layoff with COVID and things like that?
Well, I know when we had the shutdown early after our sixth practice, I knew it would be, it would be extremely crippling to the efficiency of our team early because we just lost too much of the most important practices you can have, and so we knew there might be some struggles coming early. And I think that now we've been able to, final exams, we were able to have, 2 or 3 practices in a row this week. And we've been able to start making some progress. And our hope is we can stay healthy and continue to build. But today we were efficient, and hopefully we can remain that way.
You never
Question from
see your 2 leading scorers off the floor, but the fact that more guys got a chance to play a decent amount, is that something that can serve the team well going into the rest of the season?
Well, depth. I mean, depending how when situations come up with COVID, for instance, depending on how you get contact traced, I mean, depth could be a huge part of anyone's season. But obviously, without Grant, we need to have other guys that are comfortable on the floor. And today, without Matt and Grant, I think that our depth was certainly an advantage for us, and we need to continue to build that. That we can keep guys fresh. And I thought last year that the 2 guys that didn't play today were both worn out at the end of the year because they had to play so much. And so having a deeper team in a year that's more difficult to function, hopefully will, as we get down the road, will make things better for us.
question from Ben Parker.
Yeah, you already kind of touched on this, but can you talk about the performance you got from Joe Brown today? And then also just how nice is it to have that third guard back in Jared Hyder?
Well, Joel was really good defensively. I mean, everyone will probably talk about the fact he made all his baskets. He had 8 assists. He didn't turn it over much. And he was really sound offensively. But his impact on the game probably was greatest at the defensive end because he took on an outstanding player. And I thought he did a tremendous job to slow Starks because, he's very, very talented. And as I mentioned on the radio, I said I've coached against him in another life and have great respect for him. So that was one of the keys for us. But having Jared back is huge. It's going to allow us to just have a lot more versatility, and so it's going to take him time to get comfortable, and it may take him a few weeks, but at least we have him and we have him on the court, and that's great to see.